and welcome to technically day 23 of HoliVlog. You may have noticed I missed a few days, but I'm here. We're going to finish this thing out. We're going to figure it out one way or the other. I hope you're all having the best everything that's available to you. I still don't have my Bah Hum mug, but I do have some fancy hot chocolate. I mixed in some eggnog with my hot chocolate and added some whipped cream, so we have the fancy hot chocolate, which is pretty tasty. I don't know about some of y'all, but one of the big things that makes it the holidays for me, food wise, is eggnog. Like eggnog and sugar cookies. Like those are the smells and the flavors of the holidays for me. So had to have the eggnog. Um, Anyway, as I said, it's the 23rd. It's been the 17th. I think the last day that HoliVlog that I posted was day 17. So we have quite a few tiny presents to open. I think what I'm going to do, because we're right here at the tail end. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change up the format a little bit, and we're going to open three tiny presents from each box at a time for a couple of videos, and so that I can get all of these done and you can see all of the things. And that'll get it all posted over the next couple of days. So yeah. So today we're going to open up day 17. Actually, I guess it was day 16 that I filmed last, because I have packages for day 17 here. So we're going to do day 17, 18, and 19 today. The next video will be the next three, and so on. So we'll have a couple more videos of tiny packages, and then it will be the end of the year. And I'm not emotionally or psychologically prepared for the end of 2024. I really am not. I don't know about y'all, but anyway. So I don't have project progress for you. I don't to show you. I probably will do like a wrap up after all of the holiday everything, and just show you where I am at that point, because hopefully I'll have had a little bit more time to work on it. This last week has been wild. So a lot of it was um, feeling very overwhelmed, having a lot of stuff to do, all that sort of thing. Also having some days of not feeling great, so it's kind of all over the place. But also like some days of mentally not feeling great, just the holidays hitting me and that kind of stuff. So last week was a challenge. That's why no videos. But we have the videos now. We're going to see all the tiny presents. We're going to open them all. It's going to be fun. The only ones I'm probably not going to open are the Evertotes ones, but I'll keep you updated on those as we go, because I'm just going to open them as I get to them, because that makes me happier as I open them. So, shall we get into it? I've had to avoid HoliVlogs and Vlogmases and all this sort of stuff for the last several days, because I'm not caught up yet. So, and actually I forgot, we're gonna get into the I might maybe we'll just give up on this, honestly. So here's the situation, y'all. I have opened up every single thing at this point, because yesterday I was gonna film, and before I filmed I was like, I need to put together some more of these flowers. So, and I had high hopes that by the end of it, I would have all of the pieces for this platform so that I could put this first part of it together. But something went horribly wrong at the factory. So either the instructions are incorrect, or the instructions I received are for a slightly different set, or they just didn't include the pieces that I need to actually put it together. So based on the instructions for this part of the box, I should have completely different plants, and I should have lots of extra black pieces to be able to stack up to create different tiers so that they will actually all fit. None of that has happened. What is my computer doing? Oh my gosh. Okay, there was a horrible noise. Anyway, so yeah, I'm missing all of the things to make this happen. So I give up. I did everything I could do. I took pieces from other things. I give up. It will not work. With what I have, it will not work. So yeah. So then I started building the second half of the box. And this one actually did have all the pieces for the container that holds the flowers. So that's nice. Um, So we could do this, but honestly, I'm just so over this set at this point. So maybe next time I'll just show you what all the flowers look like. These actually, this part of the box is actually cooler because they're more recognizable flowers. And you know, there's instructions to put these in here in a certain way, but I don't really understand why, because it's essentially just a vase. It's not, there's not really a way to stick these down in here. So I'm curious, but there's a pretty pink flower. The colors were really nice in this part too. And I guess we have different heights. I don't actually know. And that's a pretty one. Oh, what is this one? That's actually one of my least favorites, but it's nice. And see, they just kind of all go in there. So yeah, you get the idea. But yeah, this was not one of my I don't know, I think the idea was good. I think the particular product I picked was not so great. So maybe I'll do something different next year. Anyway, so that was that. That's probably the last you're going to see of that. I think this set is going to go to Goodwill so that some kids somewhere can take it apart and enjoy it. Yeah, so let's get into the yarn. Live and learn. Live and learn. Okay. So, Asylum Fibers, always first because A. So we're going to open up 3, starting with the 17th. Ooh. Yeah, so we're definitely moving into the glaciers here. Because this legit is a gray. A very pale gray. It's coming off a little bit like seafoamy green. But it's a very, very pale gray. Really, really pretty. And y'all, I tell you what, I bought a new camera because I was like, I need to get the colors, the color everything. I need to get it correct when I'm filming. And so I got a whole new camera. It's supposed to be all sorts of fancy and everything. I set it up yesterday. And I don't know whether it doesn't have low light or what, but trying to, like, just the image looks like I'm in a dark hole. Like, there's no light in the room, according to the camera. And it was awful. And I'm like, I bought a new camera, a better version of supposedly what I have, and it's not a better version. I don't know if it's my computer is not good enough. Here's day 18. So, anyway, all that is to say, I tried to get you better colors on screen, and it did not succeed. That's a really gorgeous blue. So now we're going back in the other direction. So we were going like super, super pale, and now we're adding more color back in. But this is less green. So it's a cooler blue than this one. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, you can kind of tell next to each other. This one has a little bit more green in it. This one has a little bit more blue in it. So that is for the 18th. And now for the 19th, way down here. I'm going to try the new camera on my newer computer because I haven't switched to filming on the newer computer yet. So we'll see if that fixes anything. But, ooh, that's pretty. So we're pulling in a couple of the tones from higher up because we've got that darker speckled blue and then that lighter icy blue. That's really gorgeous. Really, really gorgeous. I keep putting them in backwards. Fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful. So that's day 17, 18, and 19 for Asylum Fibers. But yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully I'm still in the return window. I can't remember. I order way too many things. Hopefully we're still in the return window so that if the camera doesn't work any better on the newer computer, then I can return it, because it's pretty ridiculous to buy a new camera that then doesn't seem like it can see in the dark. It's not dark in here. I mean, do I have to have professional grade lighting for it to see me? I don't know. Anyway, it is nice though because it does have its own zoom in and like tilt feature, which is fantastic, but we'll see. Okay. So now we're moving on to the castle view. I think we already had the discussion about the yak base. I think I told y'all about that last time. So Yeah. So these colors are necessarily going to be dark and moody no matter what. And they're going to have a bit of a yellow-brown tinge no matter what because of the yak base. I think we're moving into dark blues. Ooh, wow. This is gorgeous. And you're not going to be able to see it as well. It's a really deep purple, a little bit of maroon, like a navy blue. It's got some really great dark purple indigo tones going on there. Gorgeous. So that's 17. Oops. And I will do, maybe not on the last day of the video, but as a wrap up to these videos, I'll do a video where I show you all of the skeins together because I think that's going to be the most exciting. Here's the 18. Ooh, and we have even more reddish purple tones in there. Gorgeous. So this is more like an eggplant with some really dark maroon mixed in. Fantastic. And 19. Ooh. So this one is just a little bit lighter than the last one. Just vaguely, but still sort of the same color families where we're having more of a red-violet happening with some maroon in there. Really gorgeous. So moody. I need to find something super moody to knit that into. Okay. And now it is Fiber Fox, the Witching Hour. These are moving into some... Oh, that's unexpected. Oh, wow. It looks super blue. It looks super blue in the package. But, okay, so it's not as unexpected because we were moving into sort of like blue grays. So this is kind of like a navy, maybe an indigo, the speckles, with the sort of blue-gray base. Really pretty. We're definitely getting into like the dark of the night, right? Oops. Moving into these like super dark, deep blues. Really, really pretty. And see, this is why I tend not to, and I think Jazz has talked about this as well. This is why I tend not to try to do an Advent project with an Advent that I'm opening actively, because you just never know what the full mood of the set is going to be until you see the whole thing. So unless you like are opening a box that comes with a pattern that was designed specifically for that fade set, it can be real tricky. Because you might end up with a project where the mood of the yarn is not really fitting the mood of the garment or whatever, and it's just, yeah, icky. So 19. And then you have those FOMO feelings, like, I wish I'd saved this set to use for this other thing. But yeah. Ooh. Whoop, blop. So now we really are getting into some darker grays here. There's just the littlest bit of color in the speckles. They're super dark, almost black. So we have like everything kind of fading into the black, right? Which is kind of cool. That's going to be interesting to see where the last few skeins go. Okay. And that brings us to, actually, let me take a break real quick. I'll be right back. And we're back. Okay, so we're going into the All of Time and Space from Folk Yarn Fibers and the Lonely Knitter. These have been fun, but I've been disappointed that I couldn't recognize where all the quotes were from. Never be cruel, never be cowardly. Hate is always foolish, love is always wise. I think this is part of the 50th anniversary episode. I want to say that John Hurt at least starts this, if he doesn't say the entire thing. Because I remember the never be cruel, never be cowardly. So it might be part of the Time Lord Creed or something like that. I'm not sure. But anyway. Ooh. Ooh. The purple in this is gorgeous. I think this is a carryover. I love this purple. This purple is so good. It's not coming out right on camera, but it's so, so gorgeous. I love it. It's a really good royal purple, but it's variegated, so we have some paler lavender bits in there as well. That's really cool. Day 17. And day 18. Always try to be nice, but never fail to be kind. Yeah, I think that's a Capaldi quote, I believe. Might be the dinosaur episode. Dinosaurs on a spaceship. Yeah. Something like that. Anyway. Ooh. Wow. That's gorgeous. Look at that. I wonder if that'll come out stripy. Or if that's going to be more like a pooling sections of black and pink and stuff. That's going to be interesting to see how that knits up. That's really cool. And 19. The universe is big, it's vast and complicated and ridiculous, and sometimes, very rarely, impossible things just happen and we call them miracles. This feels like a David Tennant doctor quote. But it could really be any of them because a lot of the time. But David, the 10th Doctor, was especially known for going off on these long, like, things. But anyway. And let's see. I'm thinking we're going to have, like, pinks and purples. Ooh, interesting. Wow. This is like a neon fuchsia. I love this. I love this color. That's so cool. This feels very Marvel-esque to me. But I can see that there's some TARDIS blue in here. We've got some black and this, like, bright magenta, neon magenta kind of color. It's gorgeous. That's going to be interesting to see where the last few skeins go with this one, too. Okie dokie. Moving on to 80s versus 90s. Hot Knit Yarns. That is bright. What does this remind me of? Actually, this reminds me of those hypercolor t-shirts, too. Like, there was a green-blue one. I think there was, like, a blue-purple or, like, lighter blue, darker blue. And then, like, a yellow-orange one. Because you were limited, I think, if I remember correctly. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what the dyer has called this. So this is day 17. Saved by the Bell! Saved by the Bell! I should have gotten that one. Saved by the Bell. Okay, so that actually does remind me of Saved by the Bell. Because I think there was a lot of yellow in that, in their logo or whatever. Their opener. Okay, day 18. Interesting. That looks like, that reminds me of fruit stripe gum. I don't know how many of y'all had fruit stripe gum when you were kids. I don't know if it's still a thing, but they had a zebra for their mascot who had rainbow stripes, and it was my favorite gum, and the flavor lasted all of 5 seconds, and then you had to get a new piece. But it was amazing. Let's see what the dyer actually calls this. This is Mood Ring. This color is Mood Ring, which I guess I can kind of see that. But yeah, that definitely reads fruit stripes to me. But I feel like I should rename all of these based on what I envision them to be from the 80s and 90s. Okay, and day 19. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know what that looks like to me. Like rollerblades or something. Jelly bracelet is what that is. I remember jelly bracelets. I didn't have a lot of them because my wrists were too big. I was always a big kid. What can I say? So, day 19. These are actually really cool. I feel like this needs some kind of patchwork or modular design because the colors don't need to go in order, I feel like. So, maybe. Okie dokie. So that brings us to Pink Queen. Pink Queen yarns. So this is not a total fade. Like it is, but it isn't. Which makes a little bit more sense to me. I can't get these packages open. Ooh, look at that. Why? Why are you like this? Beautiful. So it's somewhere between a neon pink and a neon purple, which is pretty cool. I'm digging that. So that's day 17. Day 18. Ooh, I like that too. Open, please. Ooh, that's very nice. And this is why it's not an exact fade, because those don't exactly correlate to each other. I like them next to each other. They're very nice next to each other. And day 19. Yes, sir. May I help you? There's a Loki on the scene. There's no space for a Loki, but there's a Loki on the scene. Sir. May I help you? Would you like some assistance? How may I assist you today, sir? Okay, go back. Okay. And day 19. Ooh. It coordinates really well with the paper. I don't know if you can tell. But yeah, there we go. That's gorgeous. Gorgeous. This is leaning more towards a blue. So we went from this pinky purple neon to this sort of dark grape color, and now we're leaning more into the blue. Those look really pretty together. Like, I think even with the neons and stuff, I think I would probably take each of the color families and I would happily knit something, like maybe a set of socks for each color family or something. That would be kind of cool. Do you need, what, five skeins for that? I have to see if they break up like that. But anyway. Okay. So that's day 17, 18, and 19 of all of the tiny present boxes. Or at least most of the tiny present boxes. I opened more chocolate. It's the same flavors. I will say, if you want new and exciting things, this calendar isn't for you, this Monty Bojangles Advent Calendar. However, if you really like decadent truffles, this is the box for you, because the truffles are frickin' delicious. They're my favorite truffles ever. My favorite chocolates in general. But yeah, it's just the same flavors over and over again, which I knew, but I love the chocolate, so... But that's why we're not really going back to those, because it's just the same flavors over and over again. Anyway, I hope you're all having the best everything that's available to you. Please remember to be kind and gentle with yourselves. This holiday is really hard for a lot of folks, and it's okay if it's hard for you. It's okay if it's not hard for you. It's okay if you are enjoying the season and you are all up in your cozy feels and all that sort of stuff, but it's okay if you're not. It's okay if you're conflicted, which is kind of where I am these days. However you are feeling right now, that is completely valid, and please remember to take care of yourself. Stay hydrated, do all the things, rely on your support systems when you can, all of that kind of stuff, and I will see you again soon, and so will Loki. Bye, y'all.